Hi, I'm John Townsend, and this is the final episode here at George Washington's Mount Vernon. And it has been it's been a grueling couple of days. We have had so much fun. The experiences are incredible here. A great set of people. The site is amazing, and these wonderful people to interact with. We've had so much fun. I can't wait to bring you this next episode. I really want to thank you for coming along with us on this particular set of videos, because they really tie together and they're a lot of fun. I've saved probably the yummiest for last here. We're going to go and find out about this wonderful 18th century dessert. Come along. Hello, Deborah.
Good morning, John.
I am so excited for this final episode, this final cooking episode we're doing, and it has been such an amazingly wonderful time. We've had a lot of fun here. The hospitality has been, you've been so kind, and with these wonderful dishes and telling us all these things. So I'm truly excited. You're obviously working on something. What are we doing this morning?
Well, I thought it was fitting, since it was our last episode, to do a dessert.
Okay.
So we're doing an orange fool, which would have been a dessert for the Washingtons.
So something fancy.
Yes, sir.
I'm ready for something fancy.
Absolutely. Well, we've been so patient and generous in learning about all the different types of food that was prepared here on the state. But you are an honored guest, so we are going to treat you with the hospitality that the Washingtons would have wanted.
And an orange fool, that sounds like fun. What's going on with an orange fool? Where'd this one come from?
Okay, so this comes from Hannah Glass, The Art of Cookery. It's also, we find it in Martha Washington's, the cookbook we attribute to being Martha's own, in her own hand. Okay. So, you know, taking favorite recipes from already published cookbooks and putting them into our own, just like we all do at home. Right. Yeah. And
everyone should.
Everyone should. Yeah. Exactly. So what we've got in an orange fool are eggs, and we have heavy cream, lovely cream. We have the juice from 6 oranges, a little nutmeg, a little cinnamon, and about 1/4 pound of sugar, which sounds like a ton, but it's really about a 1/2 cup. So it's not exorbitantly sweet. It's a lovely, lovely little custard, basically, that we're making. Now,
you're using sugar in this thing. It might sound very, very sweet, but you said oranges. What do you have in here again?
I have the juice from 6 oranges in my pipkin here.
What does the recipe say about the oranges?
Well, Hannah Glass is specific that they should be from Seville. Okay. Seville, Spain, and those are not sweet oranges.
Okay, so they're bitter oranges, not the same we're used to today.
That's right, that's correct, which could explain the addition of the sugar.
So maybe when we do it, we might cut back on that, depending on our palate. And of course, today we like things sweet anyway, so you know, we might leave in the same amount anyway. Wonderful. Well, how do we begin the preparation for this?
Okay, well, we're going to start with beating 6 eggs. And while you're doing that, I'm going to go ahead and add the cream and the juice from 6 oranges. We'll put in our nutmeg, our cinnamon, our sugar, and now we can go ahead and put the beaten eggs in. Yeah, that'll work. So then we're just going to stir this all up together. Okay. And get that nice and mixed in until we're really making a custard-like. Yeah. Yeah. Once that's good and mixed up, it's ready to go on a slow fire.
We obviously had to cook this, apparently.
We do, because we got the raw eggs, and so we need to get those all cooked up nicely with the rest of the ingredients. So we're going to be putting it over the brazier here. Okay. And I'm going to pick the coolest spot I can find, because we want a slow fire, according to Hannah Glass. Right. And that's mainly because you don't want all of those eggs and cream to curdle while you're cooking it up so nice and slow. So this is the time-consuming part of this very simple dessert.
You can't rush this.
Can't.
Well, what's your estimate for the amount of time we're going to have to sit here and stir this?
About 40 to 45 minutes.
Okay. Well, it's like so many of these other things. It takes a while, but I'll bet it'll be worth it.
I hope so. I hope you think so.
This is actually thickening up very nicely. It has not taken as long as we expected. So we've got it off the fire. It's starting to cool. What's next?
Okay, because it's nice and thick now. It's thickened up. We're going to go ahead and add the very specific reference that Hannah Class puts in for how much butter, which is a small amount of butter.
A small amount of butter, okay.
So there it goes. And based on 18th century usual recipes, you know, I think it's about a tablespoon of butter. And so now we're just, because it's still naturally hot because we just took it off the fire, it's melting the butter into there. And then we, guess what, John? We stir until it's cool.
Well, it looks like it's going to take about an hour. Cool off.
Well,
you sure there isn't a way to speed this up a little bit?
Well, absolutely. There'd be ways that you could speed it up. You can put it, sink the whole container into some cold water, or like the Washingtons had the luxury of ice. So you perhaps speed it up that way by cooling down the container a little faster.
Now that would be wasteful, I think, in the 18th
Definitely.
century.
It would be extravagant for them to use ice in that manner. But depending on how prestigious the guests were and how things were going
they
in
had
the
time.
kitchen.
They would have had time to earlier do so.
Yeah,
They could take their time, let it cool off normally.
Sure. But you got to keep stirring it while it's cooling.
Okay.
That's another specific can of glass instruction.
Keep stirring. Just keep stirring. Well, it looks like it's cooled off. What do you think?
I think we're ready to pour.
It goes into the glasses.
It does.
I'm going to let you pour them because if I did it, it would be all over the place.
Okay, I'll take it on. Here we go. Fit for the Washingtons.
Wonderful. Does it get a little maybe nutmeg up on top?
We could certainly do that. Absolutely, John. I like the way you think.
So do these set a little bit longer, or are these ready to send up to the table now?
I think traditionally they would have set just a little bit in their glass to give them a little, time.
Yeah, they'll get some body.
Exactly, give them some body. And then, yes, served to the table with a degree of elegance and fineness that the Washingtons were renowned for.
Okay. Well, the orange fools look wonderful. They've set up, and it looks like they're ready for us to partake of them.
In your honor, John.
In my honor?
In your honor. This is our final tasting together out of this series.
Wonderful. Let's see what we've got here.
All right.
Yes. Nice, and actually didn't turn out too sweet at all.
And it could have, as you pointed out, because I did not use Seville oranges for the juice, so it would be even perhaps a little tartar. Yes,
and maybe a little stronger of an orange flavor. This is not terribly orangey flavored.
No.
It's just a very nice custard, really, is what it...
I like it too.
Yeah. And of course, maybe a little more nutmeg in there if that was me, but it's really good. Really very good. I can imagine coming at the end of the meal, a very special evening, and out comes the orange fool.
Almost like a sherbet, the way we do today, to soothe the palate and calm the tummy a little bit.
Yes, after eating all these wonderful dishes that they would have had, undoubtedly just dish
hours
after dish. Yes, hours, long meals, and then this little perfect ender.
Yeah, absolutely.
This has been just really the most tremendous trip. We have had such fun with all the folks here. The hospitality, the location. This time of year, it's springtime and things are just starting to pop around here. It's beautiful. And we're so excited to be able to come and connect, interact with everyone that's here and see all the different kinds of programs that are going on, the different kinds of things they do here, whether it's an historic building or it's people doing trades, people doing interpretive things with characters in first person. It's really, I mean, most sites don't have this many different kinds of things going on, and it's a large site. It's an important site historically. Truly an amazing site to come and visit. Again, I've said in the past episodes, if you're in the area, and I really mean it, if you are in the area, you've got to come and visit this site. There are other sites in the area, this is probably the premier one you have to come to first, and then you can come see these other ones. They're also tremendous sites in the area. So make sure to come out, see George Washington's Mount Vernon. He welcomes you to come to this site. And I really want to thank Deb here for all the amazing work she has done prepping all these things in the evening. There's long hours getting all these things ready, and she's done a tremendous job bringing these things to us and all the afterwork. Thank you so much.
Oh, you're so welcome, John. It has been truly our pleasure.
I want to thank you for coming along with us as we savor the flavors and the aromas of the 18th century.